Hi there. Um, this is just a real, just a quick little check-in this evening. Put on my glasses so that I can actually see what I look like. Do I really want to see what I look like? Anyway, I had said something about potentially doing some video of meeting up with my fellow YouTuber up in Alexandria, but I wasn't into doing that, and I don't think he was really either. I mean, it was kind of like one of those things where it didn't seem worth the effort. Um, so I was up and back in the day, within the day, and it was okay. I had trouble staying awake driving back, which was not fun. Um, I mean, if I had really felt like it was really bad, I would have gotten off the road. But anyway, so I got my print back, and I'm checking in now because I don't know when I'm going to do another video this week. I've got um, some stuff coming up, dental appointment, and I got to go over to the printer on Wednesday morning. I don't know what's going on Thursday. I have to look at my calendar. Um, but I'm trying to, I'm doing another reset. I had some realizations over the weekend or this morning. First of all, when I was going to drive down or up to Alexandria, I got to bed early on Saturday. I'm going to get to bed early, um, so I'll be well rested to drive. Well, I couldn't sleep, and that in and of itself was like this major trigger, and I kind of had a meltdown in the middle of the night, um, which was not fun because I look at myself and I go, "You're going crazy," and I almost didn't do the trip the next day because I was worried about just not sleeping at all, but. I think Avery heard me. She came up and got in bed with me, and that actually helped me relax a little bit to sleep. Um, and then I had discussions with this friend, this YouTuber friend, who's like really into online dating and stuff. He doesn't sound like he's ever been alone very much in his life at all, and really likes to always have somebody to date or be with or what have you. Um, and he told me that uh, he said, "Well, if you really, it can work, but you have to look at it like a job." And I'm thinking, I've got like way too many other things in my life that are more important for me to look at like jobs than like creating artwork, for instance. Um, so it was interesting, but he's like very enthused about it, and he's on a number of different sites, and his phone kept pinging that somebody was looking at his profile or something, and it was pretty kind of delightful to watch him. It was kind of cute. So then after I got back this morning, I wasn't feeling good. Some little niggly thing that I have come up, a physical issue, just kind of started again, and it's a little bit of an anxiety trigger for me. And I was reflecting on a lot of different things, and I started thinking about the online dating or dating period or finding a partner, and I really kind of circled back to this idea that it doesn't feel like it's the right time. I can't look at the process as anything other than an extra stressor, and not a stressor that makes me feel like I have good enthusiastic energy. It's more a stressor that it's like I'm doing this and I'm not ready. I've got this in my life I want to take care of, and I want to get that. I have that in my life I want to take care of, and I mean like big, important, especially internal things. So I pulled all my profiles. I thought this is not an appropriate use of my energy right now, and if something came up and I met somebody organically, and you know something like that would be different, because it wouldn't be as intentional. And that here's the interesting thing. I feel a lot. This is silly because I wasn't even really. I guess I was more engaged than I thought I was with the process, but it's like I feel lighter. I feel freer. I feel like, oh, I have this energy to do these other things now. So it's kind of very, very interesting. So, and so then with some of the physical stuff and my anxiety and depression, I realized that a key factor that I have yet to really address fully is stress relief and relaxation. And I want to up my game as far as my meditations go, and really do a meditation where I focus on relaxing all my muscles. And interestingly enough, and this kind of made me think of it too, I subscribe to Tricycle Magazine, and they have an online magazine too. I get both the physical magazine and access to everything online. But for the month of March, they're having a little meditation class series that is specifically about calming the body. So there was one that was today that I watched, and I believe it's free. I don't think you have to subscribe for that. And yeah, I know that, well, certainly anxiety, but I feel like a lot of my physical issues, and especially since menopause, are very much affected by my stress level and cortisol and all of that. And the problem is that with depression, it's hard to really discipline myself as far as that goes, because it's one of those things where I go, oh God, does it really matter? But it's time to see if it does matter. And I'm starting to do herbal infusions again, just nettle, oat straw, a little bit of red clover, that sort of thing. I want to start that and just being much more conscientious about what I eat. I mean, my food intake is, most of my stuff it's pretty good. Sometimes I think there's a little too much sugar, like cookies, but it's like 2 cookies. It's really not huge, but it's all about what's huge for me, I guess. But it's also about getting enough nutrition. Sometimes I eat like 2 meals a day, and one of those meals is relatively light. And so I want to get more densely nutritional food in me, greens and molasses and salmon. I'll eat canned salmon if that's the only kind of wild salmon I can get. I don't know about meat, but lentils, a lot of those really highly nutritional foods I want to make be very, very much part of my diet on a regular basis, and not skimp on the nutrition, because I think sometimes I do that. It's not like I'm losing weight or anything like that, so it's not like I'm not eating enough to maintain, my body, but I do have a lot of fatigue, and I think my body might heal better, both from, muscles rebounding after being used a lot, and some different pain issues if I give myself better nutrition. So that's it for tonight. Just a little quick check-in. Nothing terribly interesting. I will probably do a gardening video again soon. I just bought a few little plants at Lowe's today. I had to go get something else, and they actually had little goji plants. Goji has become very popular. I mean, I've known about goji for years and years, but goji is like this superfood now. And I had one plant that I transplanted, and it's actually growing again, but it was never very hardy. So I'm going to try another one, and I got a little fig, and I got a grapevine. They're saying we might have snow next weekend, but it's not. I don't think it would be like inches and inches. I think it would probably be a dusting or something like that. But I do want to get out in the garden, and once I do some stuff out there, I'll do a little garden video, and then I might redo some of my cyanotype videos soon within the next month, this month or April, because it's going to be cyanotype time again with different blossoms and plant material, and also the fact that the sun is going to be stronger. And other than that, I think that's probably about it for now. Hope you're all doing well.